Chickasaw is a Muskogean language, meaning it descends from a common ancestor, along with Creek, Choctaw, Hidjiti, Alabama, Miccosukee, Appalachee, all of the related Muskogean languages. Maybe 3,000 to 5,000 years ago, they shared a common ancestor. And over time, as people moved off and formed their own individual communities, individual ways of speaking came to become unique and separate languages today. Like many other languages in the United States, all the Muskogean languages, Chickasaw in particular, are highly endangered. Chickasaw is the most critically endangered. In contrast to Creek, for example, that has maybe 6,000 speakers, we have roughly 75, between 50 and 75 native speakers of the language. The power of Chickasaw as a spoken language continued even after removal. But beginning in the 19th century, as Chickasaws became minority people in their own land, Chickasaw as a spoken language began to shift towards English. And it happened for a lot of reasons. Some are economic. Our Chickasaw people saw that it was important to sort of make their way in a modern world that they speak English because it was a dominant language. In other cases, they sent their kids to boarding school. For many of the same reasons, they valued education and they wanted their kids to be able to function in this modern society. And now our youngest native speakers are in their 60s, and the oldest native speakers are probably in their 90s now. In these last several years, we've been undergoing a remarkable cultural revitalization. We had significant political revitalization beginning in the 60s, 70s, and then into the 80s and to the present, of course. But increasingly, Chickasaw people, both here and abroad, are interested in really what it means to be Chickasaw. Sometimes they didn't have the opportunity to grow up around other Chickasaw people. They didn't grow up in the service area. Maybe they've never heard the songs, the dances, the cultural things, and in particular the language. So as a part of this revitalization, people are increasingly interested in the language itself. So we're getting requests from people all across the world, not here just in the United States, but for example, Chickasaw service people overseas. They want access to their language. So people are taking advantage of the opportunities that we have within the department and within the program. For us, we really believe that there's really nothing more fundamental to your identity as a Chickasaw person than your language. It doesn't mean to say that you can't be a Chickasaw without speaking Chickasaw, but the way to access your culture, the key to your culture, is through that spoken language. And we really feel it's our obligation to make sure that people have access to that language no matter where they are.